I have stayed quiet about this up to now because I believe that legal issues should be resolved in private, but I also believe that there comes a time when you have to stand up for yourself. And I also want to stand up for the members of my community who have been unjustly attacked or harassed online just for mentioning my courses or my videos or discussing me in any way. I'm going to try to keep this short and simple and just give you the facts of the complaint and the legal outcome. Back in April, Alexandra Sokoloff, an author I have always respected and held in high esteem and promoted multiple times on this channel, sent me a string of cruel and threatening emails claiming that I had built my channel largely off of her proprietary material and stolen her work. Due to the threatening nature of these emails, I immediately forwarded them to my attorney, and at that point, there was a little bit of back and forth between her attorneys and my attorney. After a thorough review, it was clearly explained to her that her complaints were meritless overreaching and had no support in the law. And with no good legal routes left, it seems that Alexandra Sokoloff has decided instead to weaponize her fan base and give them false and manipulative information so that they will deal with me themselves. She's claiming that I am distributing her copyrighted work without permission or attribution. This is absolutely not true. So here are the basics of the complaints that she made and what she says are the similarities between my videos and her book. My use of the 3-act structure, suggesting people buy a notebook to record their ideas, my use of color-coded index cards for plotting, my discussion of making lists, my use of Harry Potter as an example of a hero's wound, use of the word pantsers to describe writers who don't plot, my use of the term the Black moment, my use of collages. I hope you can see why these claims of copyright infringement were deemed meritless. None of these concepts or ideas were invented by or belong solely to Alexandra Sokoloff. Blake Snyder's Save the Cat, which was published years before, discusses the idea of index cards for plotting, and he suggests making a list of movies in a genre and running to Blockbuster to study those movies. A simple search on Google about the index card method for writers brings up over 1 billion results. And the 3-act structure was invented by Aristotle thousands of years ago and is referenced in almost every single book on plotting I've ever read. And in fact, there are probably those of you who are watching now who have never heard of Alexandra Sokoloff, but are familiar with lots of these writing resources or these terms, or have in fact used notebooks to store your ideas. By her standards, millions of writers have infringed on her copyright. Furthermore, ideas and methods are not subject to copyright. Otherwise, there would only be one enemies to lovers story ever written, or it would be illegal to discuss or share how you use the Pomodoro method for writing sprints, or how you use the bullet journal method to plan your day. No chef would be able to make rice without getting permission from the first person to boil water. This is how learning and growth works in our society. We learn from those who came before us, and then we develop our own way of doing and saying things. Sharing how we use what we've learned from mentors or teachers or books is not copyright infringement. It's the basis of our entire educational system. Alexandra Sokoloff also claims that I use her work without giving her attribution or any credit at all. To be clear, I do not owe her attribution or credit for commonly used writing ideas like using a notebook or using index cards or the 3-act structure. But on any occasion where I was grateful or appreciated the specific way that she described something like a list-making method and felt that it would be a good resource for my community, I made sure to link to her book and speak of her in the highest regard. It is very easy to see in the descriptions of several of my videos and several of my resources that I have linked to her book multiple times. And dozens, if not hundreds of authors have purchased her book based on my recommendation. This is not infringement. This is promotion. Nowhere do I copy or distribute long paragraphs of her work and pass it off as my own. And to make it seem like that is the truth in order to rally her fans to harass me and my community is frankly disgusting. And there is just no reason for that level of nastiness to ever be a part of the author community. I cannot fully express to you how much this has hurt me, how much anxiety this has caused me over the last many months, and especially this month here in November when she began posting about this online. And I can't even tell you how disappointed I am to find out that someone I always respected and considered a mentor would behave in this way. Thank you for listening to The Truth. I have posted links to all the videos in question down below if you would like to dig a little bit deeper. I have nothing to hide. I have done nothing wrong. For those of you who want to support me in this, I ask that you please share links to this video with anyone who is sharing her posts and calling me a plagiarist. I also ask that you please don't engage with her or send her negative messages. I started this channel with a very strong purpose to build a joyful, loving community of entrepreneurs and authors, to share my journey and my experience in hopes that you would know that you're not alone. I would never use my platform to try to bring down a fellow author. I simply want to bring light to the truth. Part of why I decided to post today is that my HB90 bootcamp is supposed to launch today. And I can't delay it because then my students wouldn't have their plan in place by the new year. And so many people have been looking forward to this, but I can't have people posting how excited they are about this course and being greeted with fans of Alex Sokoloff harassing them and bullying them online. That's exactly what happened last night when a beloved member of our community posted in a Facebook group that they wanted to recommend my courses and that they were excited for the upcoming round. They were told that they shouldn't be supporting someone like me and forwarded on to Alexandra Sokoloff's most recent Facebook post. In addition to that, despite none of this having anything to do with my novels, even my fiction fans have been harassed and bullied this week, being told that they shouldn't be supporting me, they shouldn't be reading my books because my books are probably plagiarized. I had a choice. I could stay quiet and try to ride this out, or I could speak up and stand up for myself and my community. And I felt that this was the best option for all of us. This community means the world to me. And if you've been here for any length of time, you know that this has been a challenging year for me and for my family. And the threats and cruelty, the harassment that's been going on behind the scenes and now has been brought into the public eye has made things a lot more challenging for me this year. But you know me and you know my heart and you know that I do not deserve this level of bullying and harassment, and neither do you. So I hope that you will stand with me against this bullying, not by bullying anyone back, but by surrounding this community in your support and your love and sharing the good parts of this community so that anyone who doubts me or doubts the purpose of this channel and the way that I conduct myself will see the truth of this situation. So if you see anything like that, please link back to this video, and otherwise continue to share my stuff, continue to send messages of support, and let's just lift each other up and drown out the negativity as much as possible. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys with all my heart. Thank you so much for all that you do for me. And let's continue lifting each other up in this business. There's room for everyone to be successful, and we're in this together. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.